Greetings from Doctors Academy to all the plus 2 students who are trying to become doctors. Doctors Academy is a training institute for NEET UG entrance examination based at Chennai. This session is about an integrated crash course for NEET UG 2016 Phase 2 examination, which is being planned to be conducted on July 24th across the country. This crash course is basically based on biology, and what it targets approximately 90 out of the 180 questions which is being asked in the NEET UG 2016 Phase 2 examinations. Why Doctors Academy? Why we started this academy? When the All India Pre-Medical Entrance Examination was converted into NEET, it caused mixed reactions across the country. For states in which the AAPG was not necessary before, this NEET 2016 caused much stress among the plus 2 students who are basically tuned for state examinations. Students who were preparing very much for the state examinations for 2 years were finding it very difficult to cope up with the new pattern of NEET examination. Basically, this academy was created to bail out the plus 2 students who were not mentally prepared for NEET UG 2016 examinations. And since we were in this field of medical PG entrance examinations, we had many requests from the parents of these students to bail these students out of this turmoil, and for the repeated requests from the parents, this academy was started, targeting a crash course for NEET UG Phase 2 examination. Then came the order which made NEET UG 2016 not mandatory for all states. We were very happy about this decision, which was a much relief to the plus 2 students who have shed in 2 years of their extreme efforts to conquer the various state examinations. So the idea of a main crash course was dropped. Team at Doctors Academy has already done a methodical survey of the NEET UG Phase 1 exam paper. 2 facts were perceived by the entire team. Fact 1. The tough questions from zoology were predominantly based on human physiology, histology, anatomy, genetics, and the common diseases in humans. These questions were of the highest standards. There are tough questions based on human anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and genetics. And in the limited short period, medical experts will be the ideal persons to deliver it exactly what is required for the examination for plus 2 students. Doctors Academy is always evidence-based. So we would like to share the scientific evidences from NEET UG Phase 1 question paper. Question number 1. This is a question regarding amniocentesis. In context of amniocentesis, which of the following statement is incorrect? The first choice was regarding Down syndrome. The second choice was regarding cleft palate. And the third choice was regarding the timing of amniocentesis. And fourth was regarding prenatal sex determination. Any candidate from plus 2 who appeared for this examination will definitely vouch with us if we say this is a tough question for plus 2 candidates. And any doctor parent who is watching this program will definitely accept that this is a tough question. To be honest, this is the question which planted seeds for the origin of Doctors Academy. A question regarding amniocentesis, and that too in depth at the level of plus 2 examination was just too much for the asking. Out of sheer curiosity, we took this question and projected it to a group of doctors in our institute who are preparing for their MD/MS examination. Even they were taken aback when they knew that this question was asked in NEET UG Phase 1 examination. So this is the question which made us feel medical experts will be the best persons to explain in detail in the short time permissible to candidates who are craving to succeed in NEET UG Phase 2 examination. Question number 2. This question is regarding the various tissues regarding human tissues. For example, it is dealing with transitional epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, smooth muscle and areolar tissue. Hardcore medical histology. Question number 3. This is a question regarding various hormones in human endocrinology. For this question, I should give the credit for the exam setter also. He has done a fabulous job. In one question, he has tried to assess the complete knowledge of the candidate in the entire endocrinology. Question number 4. This is regarding the common diseases which any medical person sees in his day-to-day practice, like hemophilia, Down syndrome, phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia. All these things can be very well dealt and very well explained to plus 2 students who are preparing for Phase 2 examination by medical experts. So at the end of the audit of the NEET UG Phase 1 question paper by the team of Doctors Academy, the conclusion was, in the limited period for plus 2 students targeting Phase 2 NEET UG examination on July 24th, medical experts who have a rich experience in teaching medical students and doctors can put up a better show and give the entire tough questions in the limited period so that the students can crack the tough questions and succeed in the examinations and fulfill their dream of becoming doctors. So the mission at Doctors Academy is by doctors to be doctors. We started to analyze the students appearing for Phase 2 NEET UG examination on July 24th. The student category 1 who will be taking this Phase 2 exam was the retakers. Retakers are the candidates who had already appeared for Phase 1 NEET UG examination, but they are opting for Phase 2 examination also. For these candidates, first, the Doctors Academy appreciates their courage to take such a bold decision. The team at Doctors Academy could perceive and understand the mental turmoil these candidates would have gone through. It is a very bold decision, and it could be a life-changing decision for these candidates who just want few extra marks to outsmart the mark which they could have got in Phase 1 examination. And this decision would have been a collective effort of the parents also. So a hats off to those parents who have backed their children in such a bold decision. This is where Doctors Academy steps in. The retakers are very sound in their basics, mainly their physics and chemistry would have been reasonably very sound. This is one reason why this crash course from Doctors Academy is basically based exclusively on biology. To provide them the tough questions from zoology, which usually comes from human physiology, human histology, anatomy and genetics. We'll try to give them the cutting edge they're craving for. The student category 2 who will be writing this Phase 2 NEET UG examination is from our state, Tamil Nadu. We call them the near toppers in plus 2 examinations. People who secured marks above 190 but below 195 of the cutoff 200. For them, this NEET UG Phase 2 examination can be considered as a lifeline. It can be considered as a second chance given by God to fulfill their dream of becoming doctors. The need for these people is, in the limited 2 months, they should be remoduled into the Central Board syllabus. So far, for the past 2 years, their entire efforts has been channelized only towards state examinations. So when they are now forced to write this NEET UG Phase 2 examination, in the limited 2 months or 1.5 months available to them, they should be prepared to compete with the students who will be from Central Board and conquer the exams. Third category who will be appearing for this Phase 2 NEET are the candidates who are targeting private medical colleges. The need of the hour for these candidates are two. One, to crack the tough questions to score extra marks. This should be achieved within this available short period. Two, very tough demands. This demand will be definitely met by the crash course. Doctors Academy will definitely provide the final thrust in NEET Phase 2 examination and make them doctors. For this, a brief introduction regarding the crash course, which is there for 5 days. This is for 5 days. It starts at 9 o'clock and goes on till 6 p.m. approximately 8 hours per day. It is from July 4th to July 8th. So by attending these 5 days, who will be the best beneficiaries? First, retakers. The students who already gave NEET Phase 1 examination but has taken a challenge or a gamble in appearing for NEET Phase 2 examination will be immensely benefited, because the cutting edge which they need is a matter of few questions, and those few questions Doctors Academy is confident in providing them. The third set of beneficiaries of this crash course by Doctors Academy will be candidates who are aspiring to join in private medical institutes and deemed institutes. For them, they have to have an eligibility mark in this NEET second phase of examination. For them, in these 5 days, we can definitely make them succeed and get eligibility in this NEET Phase 2 examination, which is a must to join private medical institutes. What they need is only to cover the main tough portions which they could not answer in the first examinations. If that is taken into consideration, everybody who has appeared for NEET Phase 1 examination will vouch that the toughest questions were from zoology. In zoology, the most tough questions were applied human physiology, applied human histology, applied biotechnology, and applied human genetics. This is where Doctors Academy steps in with a unique program of 5 days. As a goodwill gesture, Doctors Academy has come with a scholarship for students mainly from government schools. Finally, best wishes for all the candidates who will be appearing for NEET UG Phase 2 examination. And we pray you all come out with flying colors and become doctors and make your parents proud. Thanks for your patient audience. Thanks a lot.